The Death of Stalin is a dark, dark, dark comedy about the death of Stalin and, kind of the falling of that regime and, what came after that and all the power struggles within. But it's like surrounded by like almost like a gallows humor that is really different.
Our general secretary is lying in a puddle of indignity.
He's feeling unwell, clearly.
I want to make a speech at my father's funeral.
No problem.
Technically, yes, but practically.
When I said no problem, what I meant was no problem. Ignore me.
So it was directed by Armando Iannucci, and it stars a lot of different people, but I think Steve Buscemi and Jeffrey Tambor are two of the standouts. And like they play like I kind of like how I remember like that Red Sparrow movie where they're all speaking in bad Russian accents, and it's just kind of weird. Like, because I mean they would be speaking in Russian, so instead of Russia has a lot of different accents in actual Russia, so instead of just having some really bad generic Russian accent, they just all speak with their own accents, their own American or British or whatever accents. And it kind of works. Like, it feels weird at first. Once you get into it, it kind of works because it feels like, yeah, that's just like what we're hearing, Because it doesn't matter, because if they all had bad Russian accents, it'd be almost more annoying. And what I said is dark. It is dark because like it's probably the most murders I've ever seen in a comedy. Where like there are like people being shot left and right, and talks of rape and horrible things that what they actually did, what the regime did. They Stalin had a list of people, and they would take them and they would question them and torture them and kill them. And that if he had like photos, and like if someone was put on a list, they like cross them out and be like they never existed. And there are a lot of like funny moments with like the one guy, his wife was on a list and taken, but like the one guy that's in charge of all the torture and all the lists, like he kept her alive, and then he kind of brings her back, like thinking that maybe to get on him on his side. Like the council, that maybe they could put him as the new leader of the country. But then the guy doesn't like it because he'd been happy living without his wife. So it's like this like they're saying like, oh yeah, she's a traitor to the country. Like, no, she's not. She's right here. Like, oh, hi, how are you? Oh, I got a dog. You see? And like, it's pretty. There are some really funny moments. At the same time, it's like some really dark moments. Like, I don't know how I feel about the movie because the tone is so different and weird. But I mean, some of the times it really works, and other times almost feels a little forced. Like, I'm not sure like if people will like it. Like, it's not a laugh out loud comedy. It's more like obscure, obscene sort of comedy, like a gallows humor. But it's I liked a lot of stuff it did, but it's just I don't know if I ever really want to see it again. Like, it's like there's not a lot here I want to return to. Like, I saw it once and enjoyed it, but I'm good. I don't need to see this movie or anything else kind of like it again, probably. But so I mean, it has a lot of funny moments, and it's a really interesting take on this real event that happened, and a lot of the real atrocities that happened too. And the power struggles among these men, like it's interesting, but it's different. I wouldn't highly recommend it, but if you like dark humor, you may really enjoy it. I give it like a 7.75 out of 10. But thanks for watching and checking out the different playlists on my head, or subscribe to me over here. Thanks.